says, what happened? That everything, the body became old. Valibhir mukhamakrantam paliten ankitam shiraha. That the very beautiful, nice looking, smooth face of one time. Then that gets wrinkled. You get all from forehead, they begin all these wrinkles. The so-called beauty of the face is gone. Palitena ankitam shiraha, the black hair. When it is my pictures, photos, they show, when I arrived in this country, somebody was showing me in North Carolina, that person has my picture, when in 2001, the date was there, 2001 August. So it is, I had black hair then, mostly, now whatever has remained, they have become grey. So it is palite nankitam shiraha gatrani shithilayante. The limbs lose strength. So although the desires remain, you cannot really fulfill them because one lady was telling that, look, this is life. When you have those nuts, when you have those teeth, nuts were not there. I had teeth, nuts were not there. When nuts arrive, the teeth are gone. So that is how the life plays such tricks, because we feel that, okay, by doing all this we will achieve the results. No, you have to work. You cannot give up the work. That is what is with great efforts. Krishna tried to explain it to Arjuna. Don't give up work. You have to work. That karmanyevadhikaraste. This is a very beautiful, powerful and a cryptic verse where the message of how to do work is kind of condensed. This comes in the second chapter. Very important verse. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That you have the right to perform your duties, your works. You do not have the right over the results. Because the result comes because of various reasons. Result is not attributed only to what you are putting your efforts. That is only one of the causes of the results. So it is, you don't have any claim on results. You work, that is, your working is your domain, not the results thereof. It is, and if we crave for results, what happens? We get bound thereby. So, ma karma phala heturbhu. So don't become the cause of the bondage of karma. Don't become the cause of this results of work that becomes binding now. It is, and the last part of this fourfold message is very interesting, and especially for people like in the stage of Arjuna, that mate sangostu akarmani, do not get attached to not working. We get attached to work. But then we want to give up work and not have anything. Attachment to not working. That is worse. Mate sangostu akarmani. It is in the name of, practicing spirituality, one may become just a lazy couch potato doing nothing. It is, so that should not at all happen. Mate sangostu akarmani. So then Arjuna heard it, asked also the signs of one who is illumined. And that is a very famous part in Bhagavad Gita, Sthita Prajna Lakshana, that the signs of the person who is established in wisdom. And yet after all that, the third chapter begins with Arjuna's question about work, that, oh Krishna, you are putting me, blaming Krishna, it is you are putting me in confusion. It is, Krishna is not putting him in confusion, but my misunderstanding is putting me in confusion. But we always blame somebody else. That it is that because of you it has happened. So it is, did I not say to you? So it is. So that he tells Krishna, you are causing confusion. Instead of saying, I am feeling confused, I am confused, you are creating confusion. Because you say one thing and then another thing. Tell me definitely what should I do. This is the first two verses in third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Potentially, Arjuna puts the question of all of us. And we also have this conflict. So that is why when Arjuna asked this question, we resonate with it. Arjuna is asking the right question. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava vyamishrenena vakyena buddhim mohayasi me. It is a very terrible accusation that Arjuna is inflicting on Krishna. That will tadekam vadanishchitya yena shreyoham apnuyam. That one point you say that it is the realization of this ultimate truth is important. It is better, superior. Just now you told me, know that the same Atman is in everything and it is indestructible and all that. And then next moment you are telling me that go and fight. Tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi. That it is, suppose Vinay asks me, Swami, which road do you think is good, this or that? Oh, that is the best road. You have to go by that. It is wonderful, not much traffic, risk-free and all that. The other road is having lot of difficulties, road constructions and all that, and it is longer also, more tedious, longer. So that is, but you go by that tedious long road, what will he think about me? You told that that is the very nice path, wonderful, very good, and that path is terrible, and you are telling me to go by that path? Hey, he will think that the Swami has lost his brains? What? Why is he doing like this? And the next verse brings that accusation. Vyamishreneva vakyena. Confusing statements, mixing of these things. Buddhim mohayasiva me. You are therefore putting me in delusion, confusion, by making such conflicting statements. It is, why so? And therefore tell me one, what I should do clearly. It is, now tell me the one by which I will get the Shreya, that will be conducive to my well-being. Shreyoham apnuyam. This is a very, rational this thing, request by Arjuna. Tell me one that will be conducive to my good. The problem is, what is conducive to my well-being is not liked by me. That is the problem. Likings are not really conducive to our well-being. Many like drinking Coca-Cola. Is it conducive to our well-being? No, but it is. So it is like that. What we like, in fact, invariably what we like is not conducive to our well-being. Because it is not what I am liking, it is all the senses that are there, they get attracted to those things, and thus I get bound. So it is, therefore, the problem is because of this, that Krishna has told the right thing to Arjuna right in the beginning, that go and fight. And gradually by doing this, you will come to that level when you will have no work to do. When the work is finished, then you will have no work to do, then you will have rest. But if you don't begin at all, then what kind of rest do you expect? So it is, therefore Krishna has no confusion. Confusion, and Krishna did not cause confusion. But now our attractions to something that is not right for us, that is creating the confusion. So that prevents the right understanding, proper understanding, that it is so much worries, then what will happen? I like to, spend a lot of time in reading stocks, so many people, not that they actually are in that field, not that that is their work, but spend hours and keep on worrying that what will then happen, should I do this, should I do that. There is one person, I know, has no money, but keeps on thinking that I should invest 100,000 in this stock. You don't have $1, and then, and what does it matter? But no, that becomes a pastime and addiction. And the addictions are like that. It is gambling, it is gambling. Gambling is very addictive. So, and we don't want to give it up that. And thus, even if the advice is given, we feel, oh, it is confusing. No, the confusion is you are causing confusion to yourself. Lord is not causing confusion. So, and Krishna clearly tells, earlier also I have told you, Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha Pura Prokta. from the time immemorial, these things are going on, that this is the goal, this is the path. And there are different tendencies for people. Some are, good for this kind of path, some other are good for that. If you have to go to India, like Vivek is sometimes goes to India, so he doesn't drive his car to India. That car you can't drive from here all the way to India. But the flight that he has to take doesn't land at his home. So at the home, no, why are you telling me to use the car? I cannot go by car to India. Don't you know? And still you are insisting that I should go by car. Oh fellow, do you mean that jet is going to land in your courtyard here? No, till then what you have to do is take your car or whatever transportation, ground transportation to get to the airport, then fly. Then flying becomes available. So, you, O Arjuna, you have so many tendencies of work. Karma yogena yoginam, jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. This is right in this third chapter, what he had told about in the second chapter a bit. Now comes this paradharma, that what is suitable for somebody becomes very attractive, and what you have to do becomes tedious, unattractive. But you have to do work according to your stage. That is important. Whatever is your stage, the works, the disciplines of that stage you have to follow. When you get to another stage, follow those disciplines and that studies. It is very clear as such. But no, here comes the problem, that what I should do, I don't like to do. I want to fly. Oh, there is no aircraft that lands in your courtyard, my dear. Don't you understand that? So you have to go to the airport first and then think about it. No, I don't want to go by car. I don't want to get into any ground transportation. I want to fly. Okay, and then keep on dreaming, that's all. What you can do, you don't want to do. The problem lies here. What you can and should do, you don't want to do. What you cannot do, that you are eager to do. One Swami that I still remember, I used to tell very humorously that if a jackal or a wolf wants to imitate a lion, a jackal imitating a lion. Now becoming lion is out of question. Earlier it was a good jackal, at least it becomes a morbid jackal. Instead of becoming lion, there is no possibility. But trying to imitate that, what ends up becoming is, earlier was a nice jackal, now becomes a morbid jackal. So it is. So this is what happens if we give up the work with the idea, no, I will be thus floating in the Brahma Jnana. No, it is nothing like that will happen. You have to do the work and in a proper way. Not doing work is not an option. Doing work improperly is also not the right thing. Do the work. with the right attitude. Do the work without getting attached. Do it because you have to do it. Don't do it out of desires for some gain. So Krishna tells that it is, after telling that no good will ensue by just not doing work, that in fact you will become a hypocrite. Very strong word is used here, that कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारस्य उच्यते. You will become a hypocrite. Externally you will give up the work, internally you will be craving for all these so-called enjoyable things. So that is, so do the work to get rid of those cravings by doing them properly, thinking about the highest goal and working. It is, you have to drive to the airport, so in GPS you put that where to go, this airport, and then follow that discipline. It is not that you will drive in some other direction. Oh, you told to drive, or drive in the right direction. Otherwise you will not reach the goal. So this is a full, complete science, friends, how to work. And so giving up work is not the right thing. So it is continued here further that it is, see, this world is that we live in society. Sahayajna Praja Srishta, that is actually a topic that I will be deliberating on this afternoon, about being thankful, gratefulest. Soon we are going to have Thanksgivings. So that, see, we are living in a community and we are seeing this. We are dependent on each other, on everything. I am so dependent on this chair, how can I sit otherwise? Isn't it? So should I not be grateful to the chair? Yeah, it is everything. I am giving this example. Everything is, helping us to survive. It is these clothes, they are helping me to prevent the cold and such things. It is, so we must see this interconnectedness and work so that you will also be a clog in the machine that is this society is running. So you will do your piece, your part. So don't try to do other person's part. That becomes very attractive. Oh, it is. No. You do your part. That is good enough. The other person, let that person do. We had one very kind-hearted, wonderful woman. She did so much work for Vedanta Society, and I miss her. She passed away 2-3 years ago. Joan, most of you might have seen her. Joan Chadbourne, a disciple of Akhilananda Ji, and what a great example she was. But she has this, out of love and kindness, go to do somebody else's work, help them. And it would cause interference, it would cause lot of problems. So people used to avoid her for this. They admired her, but they avoided her. because no, I want to do this. It is, I will help you. No, it is, please, So secretly, some of them would tell that, okay, that don't tell that I am coming to Joan. Don't tell to Joan that I am coming, because then she will start making all these arrangements and all these things for me. I don't want that. It is we should confine to it is not easy, because the work of somebody else appears so attractive. And we feel that we are helping that person. Not necessarily. It is very nice thing, that it is that if you go to do somebody else's work, you are not doing the right thing. Do your work, and do your work first. And if some time remains, then you do somebody else's work by if that person invites, wants you to do, then alone you should do it. It is very important. So it is. So he continues with that, and then it seems that Arjuna has understood. Again in the 5th chapter this question comes. That in a different way, but apparently the same idea, that what is this Krishna? And now he is not accusing Krishna though. At least that much enlightenment has come. Says, Sannyasam karmanam Krishna punar yogam cha shamsasi etat shreya ekayo ekam etat shreya etayor ekam tadme bruhi sunishchitam. Please definitely tell me that you are praising the giving up of the work, and also telling me to do the karma yoga. And please tell me one of them that is right for me. Don't confuse me. It is tad ekam vadanishchitya. Only tell me one thing. Don't tell this or this or this. Tell just one thing. So it is. Now Sri Krishna has not told multiple things. Like I am not telling multiple things, that to Vivek, you want to go to India, you take a flight and then go to airport by car. Is it any conflict there? No conflict. Why, you told that actually the car doesn't go to India, I have to take flight. Tell me one thing clearly, whether I should take flight or should I go by car. Now there is really no problem really that, and till the airport, what? Go by car, and after that then you can't use car. Now you have the chance to get into the aircraft. Now use that. So it is like that. Do your work. That is where you are now. That is, you have to start from where you are. So do it. So in the 5th chapter again this comes, that it is, he says that you do the work, but not without understanding that it is to be done in the right yoga manner. So he says that yuktaha and ayuktaha, the two words come in the 12th verse of this chapter, that yukta karma phalam tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim. What a very beautiful expression, that yukta, the one who has become now, on the path of yoga, that is Yukta, the one who is now connected to this path. Now, what does this person do? That karma phalam tyaktva, the attraction for the results of actions is given up. So, what happens? That shanti mapnoti, you get peace. You get peace. What, Niti, you like peace or not?
I do.
You do, yeah, it is, we all like peace, we want to have peace. So you will get peace. By what? Simple thing. Give up the attachment to the results of the actions. Then you will not have to worry about anything. Otherwise, this is a comprehensive illumination, If you do, you will get this result. If you don't do this, ayuktaha kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate, the one who is not practicing yoga, by running after various desires, attraction for those results. See, our work does not bind us. If you look closely, that what I am going to get from that work, that starts having problems. That I should get this. If I do this, I will get this. Here comes the bondage. Do the work. It really destroys us, our attention to the result. That it is, I used to play ping pong at a fairly good level. And then we had a coach. So I used to hit shots hard, good smash, but it would sometimes go out or sometimes hit the net. Lose the point. What it means is you lose a point. So, and then the coach, a very nice guy, he was observing that, and I had lost a match for our for our university. I lost a match, and then the coach said that, see what, let me tell you what wrong you were doing. That it is, I had told you to practice this, you were not doing that. Oh, I know that when I am just practicing it comes all right, it is only in the match this problem comes. Said, don't tell me all that. Said, don't worry about the match, forget about it. Forget whether you win or you lose. Learn the game. So he said, take your hand like this. Do not, because what happens, you think of the result. Hey, I will get the point. And your focus changes, that you have to raise your hand to this level before you hit it. So you end up hitting the ball earlier or later. And thus you kind of lose the point. It goes out or it hits the net. So he said, look, don't pay attention to the water, just Bhagavad Gita message, and don't pay attention to whether you win or lose the match. Doesn't matter. Play in the right way, pay attention to that. And really, next match I won. Because, and our team got qualified for the finals. And so I still remember that it is so important to do it without looking at the results which cause all the terrible problems. So even in our secular world, to aspire for the result and thinking of the result, what will happen? Your focus will change from the efforts, and thus you are gone. And you know that very funny tale, story about that, we used to call it Sheikh Chilli story, that he had a goat, and then he would get the milk from the goat and sell it to somebody in the other village. So while just going there, he felt tired, saw a nice tree and decided to lie down, kept the bowl in which that jar in which the milk was, and then lied down and near there under the tree, nice shade, and then that started imagining, now I will sell this milk, it will fetch a very good price. It will fetch not according to your imagination, isn't it? So, but imagine that there is this scarcity of milk, and so I will be able to sell it at high price. Then with that, I will be able to buy, instead of one goat, I will then slowly buy 4 goats. Then I will also be able to, with selling the milk of all that, I will be able to buy a few cows, and then I will, be having a farm for them. It is to keep them to graze and all that. I will buy a farm, and then naturally I alone will not be able to manage all that. So I will keep the servant for that, and then I will, if the servant doesn't work properly, I will give that servant a kick, and then kick the pot, kick the milk pot, and all milk got spilled over. So the story is, sounds funny, but paying attention to the results and craving for that spoils the work at hand by losing the focus. Now be focused on that, and thus you gradually develop your work. And at the last chapter, again Arjuna asked this question, 18th chapter. We would think that it is all in between. After the 5th chapter, the 6th chapter, Krishna clearly tells Arjuna, sannyasa. You know what is really sannyasa? Anashritah karma phalam. The first verse of the 6th chapter is so illuminating that you don't have to give up this kind of doing work. You don't have to give up home and hearth. Do your work without aspiring for the results. Anashritah karma phalam karyam karma karoti yah sasannyasi sayogi cha na niragnir na chakriyah. Oh, such a powerful, this verse is like we say in Hindi language, gagar mein sagar bhar diya hai. Means in a jar, you have filled the whole ocean, as it were, condensed the whole ocean. This verse is like that. They tremendously, packed with meaning. Every single word is packed with so much meaning that do not keep on doing work without with the attachments and desires. Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma means the work that has been allocated to you, not any work that you feel I will be. No, don't work according to desires. Karyam karma karoti that do it. That person is sannyasi and that person is yogi. And just to make matter further clear, Na niragner na chakriyah means not the person who is only externally taking the signs of a monastic life, like put on all these funny looking clothes and have some funny name. That is not becoming a monastic. This is becoming a real monastic. That without attachment, without desires for results, do the allocated work, not whimsically choosing, oh no, I don't like to do these things. Oh Swami, many complain. I have now, since I have started spiritual practice, and then I don't like to do my work. Oh, you fool, huh? It is, do the allocated work. Do it. That will increase your spiritual fervor. But immediately one gets the idea, okay, I am becoming spiritual and so I have to give up work. No, do work. Do work with all dedication. The work that you are allocated to do. Not some work, other work that you will choose to do. Nobody has told you to do that, but out of your desire you do and get into problems. It is that is the question that gets spoken of in the last 18th chapter. That it is 18. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. One of our Swamis would ask, that it is funny while giving lecture. Oh, this verse comes, this is the 17th verse in the 19th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And he wants to just to test that if somebody catches that, oh, Bhagavad Gita has only 18 chapters. But someone just dozing like got it, Tirisha? Yeah. So it is in the 18th chapter this question comes up, and then Krishna clarifies it. No, he says that work properly. That is how you will go beyond work. Work to go beyond the work. That is the great message that this tremendously powerful dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna brings, that do work in the proper manner and surrender the results to God, and thus you will have attained the peace. So thank you. Let us conclude. If you have questions, you can ask after the concluding prayer. Gita sugita kartavya kimanyat shastra vistarai ya swayam padmanabhasya mukha padmad vinesruta ekam shastram Devaki putra Gitam Eko Devo Devaki putra eva Eko mantra Tasya namani yani Karmapyekam Tasya devasya seva Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Has anybody any question? No. You have again a question, my goodness. Okay.
So when you say to work, I totally get your best. And it says don't worry about the results. That's okay. But when you say don't worry about the goal, that's why you are hired to do something. Like an example is I was hired to make sure that the university passes the accreditation. I can't just say, oh, let the results.
No, that is not the meaning of don't seek the results. And the work is to be done so that it connects to the goal, the result, the objective. It is, but do not think about it afterwards. Don't think that you have connected now your work to the result. Now whatever happens, happens. Don't keep on worrying about it. Otherwise that karma yoga becomes, I tell that incident many times. I was a novice there, and then I washed my clothes. And then another Swami, a very humorous Swami, was my mentor for many years, and then looked at those clothes. And don't do so much of karma yoga. Your washed clothes and unwashed clothes look the same. So don't do so much of not looking at the results. Wash clothes so that they become clean. That is the meaning of washing the clothes, you say. No, I don't care for the results, whether they get cleaned or not. I have done the work of washing. I don't care whether they become clean or not. No. Do you get the point? Right. Any other question? Yes, Vinay?
Similar to that, like if you're allocated work and you're working towards an objective, how do you make sure that like you're doing if the allocation of work, do you ever have to adjust it? Like you're maybe doing something, you're going down the wrong path a little bit, and you're like, I need to make some adjustments. How do you?
Yeah, of course. That is part of the work, Okay. Whether it is, you have to monitor whether it is going in the right direction or wrong direction.
Yeah.
It is, and correct. It is, because that is like holding the steering, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, you have to turn the steering. No, I once decided, now it is, that's it. No, if it is, of course, that automated Tesla and all, that will do that, but it is important that that is part of your work, to see that it is getting done nicely, correctly, and whatever was the object, it is getting achieved by that. But result here, what is, don't crave for result, means then I will get praised by others for doing the right work so well, I will get raise in my job, and all that, then you are getting into bondage. Right.
Here question.
Yes, please.
First, there are 4 questions.
My goodness, I should have finished earlier.
First question is from Absolute.
Okay, hi Absolute.
How to feel not affected by our own mind, our own thought, and by other people means, and live effortlessly and freely.
That's a long question, Absolute. And it is how you have to therefore see that your mind, all this is other people's actions. Because we are, as I mentioned in the beginning, we are in society, other people's actions will affect us too. It is a total thing, therefore it is advised that if your neighbor's house is on fire, you go to put out that fire, because it will come to your home also. It is in society we have some common things and everything, therefore other people's actions will affect us. But we should look at them with equanimity. That what does it matter? Yeah, it is now according to the situation, I will be dealing with it. It is, do not add frustrations from your mind. Oh my goodness, why did it do this like this? Why did this person became our president? And then, don't all do like that. It is useless. So do not get into that kind of situation. It is society is there. There are regulations. There are other such things. You are part of it. So, by do whatever is best for you to make the society better. But if it is not becoming better, don't break your head on that. Don't get affected. That is the how our mind should not. We should take the influence that is good for us. All influences will try to come, but we have doors to our houses, Why? Because the robbers should not have an easy entry. And we have doors, we have the security cameras these days, and so that we do not let anything come in. If that which is desirable, then you will get it. If I say, go to this Shilpa's home, and then she looks, who is there? Okay, that Swami is there, and then hopefully she will open the door. It is, yeah, but suppose she looks through the hole and sees somebody who has covered the face and is holding a gun. What will she do?
Call 911.
Exactly. She will not. So when such thoughts are coming in, what are they? Are they helping us? No. They are robbing our peace, the most important thing. So what should be done, Teresa? Don't open door for them. That is the Patanjali's psychology. That don't open door for them. Called pratyahara. That there will be, the society will have a millions of influences. Do I need to take in all of them? No need. I have a goal set. Just go there, and thus all other things will be there on the way. There will be so many attractive things. I don't have to stop for them, otherwise, I will not be able to reach the goal. So, therefore, that is the way that the other people's actions, yes, some influence, some damage will be there, but don't increase it by taking it in. That is the answer, absolute, to your wonderful question.
Second question from Charles Feldman.
Hi, Charlie.
How do we know if mother will forgive our shortcomings or if we have to come back again and again?
Depends on how mother will forgive you, but if you keep on committing the same offense again and again, then what will happen? You have to come back. You have to take the corrective measure, dear. The mother will forgive you, but you should take up the corrected course now. Whatever is mother has told, you should follow that. Otherwise, even though mother has forgiven you, you will not go on the right course because you are not correcting your mistakes. So, when you know that something is not right, then move to do the right. How am I to do that? The very fact that you know that this is the wrong course means you have an idea of what is right course also. Otherwise, how would you know that that is wrong course? You have an idea of the right course also. So thus now move to the right course. That is the meaning. Mother will forgive, but I should correct the course. I should listen to mother and do accordingly. Hmm. Thank you.
Next question from Russell. Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam, pranam.
When we notice suffering in others, should we try to help them?
When we notice,
When we notice sufferings in others, should we try to help them? That's the question.
yeah, you should try to help them, not increase their hurt. And the question is, do you know what is going to help them? You may have an idea and try, but do not go to interfere. Otherwise, the matters will become worse. It is suffering is yeah, that person is suffering, and if you think that you will be able to help that person, very good, it is excellent. Like yesterday, I was coming out by switching off the light from a room, and it was dark, and then a nice person opened that on camera there is that torch on the phone. She opened that phone, put the torch for me, so that I can walk without falling. So if you can do like that, that is wonderful. But don't keep just shouting, why are you walking in dark? That is not going to be of much help. So that is the see what best you can do. You should find the way. Swami Vivekananda tells that when you see the social ills, that think of these three things that you want to help. First thing is that are you unselfish? And judge yourself. Are you doing it out of the real love and concern for others, or you are doing it so that that person will acknowledge and will be good to you, or just for your desire is there you are doing it. Second thing is, have you really found the right answer to the problem? Otherwise, you will further aggravate it without knowledge, that is why I am scared of all, so many doctors. I therefore avoid telling people that what ailment I have got, because if as soon as they know, 100 doctors will be telling, take this, do this, have this, add this. And not only that, they will, because Swami, so they will buy those medications, and for that you must take this. This is going to be helpful. That is, now it is such a problem that therefore, do we really have a solution? Am I qualified to help that person suffering? I should have the qualification. Having good intention is okay. Having good intention, but that's not sufficient. You should have the proper expertise. A story I tell many times, I had read it in childhood, that a boy, a little school-going boy, saw a dog limping, and he was kind-hearted, went close and saw the dog had some, wound on the leg. So took the dog, all kind-heartedness, took the dog and applied an ointment that he had at his home, which he would apply, and then applied that ointment and thought that it is a wonderful act he has done, a great help to the dog. And after some time the dog died, saw the dog dead, because he didn't know the dogs, didn't think at that time that the dogs lick their wounds, and all that medicine that was applied there, that mercury chrome or something, that went into where it shouldn't have gone. It was curing for the wound, but bad for that tummy, and so that killed the dog. So is it right to do that kind of service without knowing good intentions? No doubt about that. But do you have the knowledge that this is the solution for that? So one has to first see that it is that. And then if you have found a solution, then are you really steadfast in carrying it out even if the whole world stands against you, condemns you? It is, if not, if you are not ready for that, then you have to learn a lot about helping the suffering humanity. So many politicians, they enter politics to serve humanity. We know what happens. So it is. That is not the way to heal the sufferings.
There are two questions from Triguna from West Bengal. First question.
Namaskar, Triguna.
First question, if God is Antaryami, then why we pray?
Oh, when you know that God is Antaryami, you pray to the God as Antaryami, that's all. God is Antaryami means the inner controller. So God is Antaryami. So God knows what you are praying. The prayers are for your satisfaction. That yes, God, I am praying this. This prayer is the expression of your love for God. It is, God is Antaryami, understands, and yet you pray knowing this, that God, you are within me. I really don't need to tell you because you know everything. And yet I am telling so that I feel relieved. It is for unburdening our mind that the prayers are so important. Not that the God is inside, knows already. But we unburden ourselves. It is like you go to the psychologist and what you do. The psychologist doesn't do anything, just listens. It is the familiar story, so the psychologist has heard a million of those. So just peacefully at least give the impression to the client that you are giving a patient considerate hearing. That's all. So that is how you pray to God, who knows everything, but He will give you a patient hearing. Yeah.
Last question from Triguna only. Buddha left his home and duties to achieve moksha. Here, what is important? Duties toward family or getting to know the real identity?
Now comparing with Buddha is you have to see at what level Buddha is, where he had this knowledge and he knew about the real duty and not the secondary duty. The primary duty is to know the truth. Yes, and so for that purpose and not for something else, for that purpose, if you are living like the so-called family and such duties to them, that is fine. But if we do not have that understanding of Buddha, then it's a problem. That is the first thing that Krishna told Arjuna. When Arjuna was telling about all peace and not war, wars are bad and we should not hold anything against these our enemies, we should not kill them. Krishna tells Arjuna that you are talking like a saint. But you are not a saint. Those things do not become applicable to you, dear. Nothing is wrong in what you are saying, except they are not applicable to you. That is the first statement of Krishna of advice to Arjuna. Till then, he did not give any advice. It is the first statement of advice to Arjuna that you are talking as a wise man, a person of knowledge and saintly person, but your actions, your life is not there. Your actions are like a fool. And therefore, do not think that I will do like that while become wise and let the life be having the same. Like Buddha, when did he give up? When he saw the Four Noble Truths. See those Four Noble Truths, and then surely you can give up all the duties. But till then, don't give up. Till then, do your allocated duties without bothering about the results. Yeah, that's the answer here. So, thank you. Let us conclude. Now, this next program will not be available for online listeners. That is eating the prasad, yeah. That is only in person. You are requested to join the prasad. Let us say Brahmarpanam. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahmakarma Samadhina Hari Om Tat Sat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, please accept our offerings, bless us, make us pure and all-loving. Make we not accuse, demand or complain, but love, respect and cooperate with all. Make we not find faults with others, but try to find our own faults. Make we not treat others as strangers, but learn to make all our own. Make we feel the whole world to be our own. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. So please, go where the food is kept. Help yourself.